Ryan, if you think 59 guys isn't enough, you're going to love TGL when it launches tomorrow. There are 2 teams of 4, only 3 competitors from each team will play. What's your best guess in terms of the reception that an audience might get? Is it going to be just begrudgers among the traditional golf audience that don't like it? Is it going to be a fresh audience, or is it going to be a kind of a wait and see what it brings forth?
I'm very excited to go down there. Rex and I are both heading down to TGL for the debut on Tuesday, and we're certainly going to be open-minded. I think the main question that needs to be answered, Eamon, is there actually an appetite for exhibition golf, let alone team golf? I'm talking exhibition golf, non-PGA Tour golf. Live Golf since it launched in 2022, the various matches we've seen, including the one just recently, pitting 4 marquee players at a great golf course at Shadow Creek. Like, those events are not resonating because there's not really any significance to them, or there's no sort of meaning attached. In my opinion, the event that really threads this needle is the PNC Championship, because that event is hugely significant to Tiger and Charlie Woods and to the other families that are in the field. And I think that sort of translates to the viewership, where then we become invested in their sort of play. That's where I think TGL could potentially struggle, where once the novelty of the technology wears off, once Tiger Woods makes his debut in the second event, do you have enough? Is there going to be enough interest in exhibition golf to sort of maintain that throughout the 3-month schedule and the week-to-week standings?
You know, Rex, Lav is a lot younger than we are. You know, we're old school, week-to-week PGA Tour, majors, you know, President's Cup, Players, Ryder Cup. What are you most curious about with this new league?
I'm with Eamon when he talked about the technology, and certainly Lavner mentioned that. I went down for Media Day a few weeks ago. The arena itself is going to be a lot of fun, and I think fans will initially come for the bells and whistles. They want to see the different zones and how the green rotates and all the technology that's going to go into this. They're going to come for the immediacy of it all. It's going to be 2 hours of golf. It's going to be a 5.5-hour round, essentially, sort of jam-packed into a smaller window, much more digestible for the fans. And I think they're going to come for maybe a peek behind the curtain. I don't know if there's going to be any trash talk. I tend to agree with Eamon that they are nerds and they're not really good at trash talking. But I do want to see them talking about strategy. But what this is going to boil down to is the competition, which is going to masquerade as a show, for lack of a better term. This is going to be performative. And we talked with Billy Horschel on our podcast just a few weeks ago about the idea that this can't be a normal PGA Tour player out in a big field by himself with the blinders on and his head down. You're going to have to be engaging with your partners, engaging with the players you're playing against, engaging with the crowd. This is golf meets WWE. That's how it's going to work.
Do you think there's a warning sign here for the SSG guys, Ryan, in the sense that, yeah, they want to innovate. Yes, they want to bring in more entertainment elements to the traditional golf viewership and the golf experience that we see on a week-to-week basis. Is there a warning sign here that the appetite for something that's new or fresh or innovative might be a little apathetic right now, that fans who've been kind of turned off by what's going on in the game in the broader sense, and who are kind of weary of watching these fairly tedious exhibition matches, are going to kind of be harder to win over for something that's new and a little bit different?
Maybe, but I think this is such a departure from what we typically see with the PGA Tour and what the SSG guys are investing into with their $1.5 billion investment right now, that I think it's fine to try something new, to try something that's ambitious, to see if it does work. You know, there's nothing wrong with sort of trying to attract a different audience. We're talking, I'm 37, Rex is 57. Like, this TGL may not still be for us. It may be for guys who are gambling heavy, or guys who who aren't familiar with simulator golf, but they just want something to watch during these winter months. Anything that's fresh and innovative should be encouraged at this point, not discouraged. I think the SSG folks will learn a lot from this first season, if this continues on in the future, about what doesn't work, the players, what can sort of be managed, whether the 40-second shot clock is something that we want to sort of implement at a larger level for regular PGA Tour events. I think they can learn a lot just by what these 2 or 3 months are going to bring.